Hi, I'm Nilfu. A very good morning on a beautiful Friday morning on 29th of May 2020. Um, yes, today I'm going to talk about Genting Highland Resort World Malaysia, as far as a very famous Southeast Asia tourism spots, or even is a world leading tour company, or basically I would say is a mix of the entertainment organization, so-called Genting Highland or Resort World. As said that, of course, during this COVID-19, that basically all the tourism based business are badly affected, or basically a zero income organization. So, but the thing is, these 2 days, with all these negative news, but Resort World um, and Genting groups that have announced that they are giving out dividends for their shares, the share dividends with 6% and 5%. So at first, they've been saying that this will not be possible, but finally this had been a new announcement for the group. So this at least some positive progress during this lockdown, we so-called this covic lockdown that really affected since March 18, 2020, that Genting has zero income during these few months. All right, I'm on YouTube, so if you like this video, hope that you can subscribe and like and shares. And okay, and talking about Genting Highland also, Genting groups. Few days ago, they have announced the entertainment theme park with Walt Disney supposed to be open in the third quarter of 2020, but as known that because of the COVID influence, that the groups has decided to postpone, to extend the opening of this controversial theme park to third quarter of 2021. So just like Olympic in Japan, they have to announce to postpone it a year later. So I think it's a wise decision, because now with the COVID progress, things looks better even in Malaysia, in many countries, that the disease has been in control with all these lockdown. But we are keep listening to some good news about the vaccine. The day the vaccine has not been successful or distributed to this globe, or to this world, that things will become uncertain and become a new normal. So especially with the tourism industry, that people would tend not to travel, so people would just go within the radius of the place that they live or they stay. I don't think people would extensively would go for a tour. So I think we need sometimes for the tour company, or the tour-based company, or entertainment-based company, to take a moments to get back. So come back to about this Walt Disney and Genting. There have been some controversial about between them these few years. This theme park has been announced, extend and extend. This time again, they decided to extend to next year. And talking about the whole operation of Genting, that um, they have lost with the 400 million ringgit for not operating all this while, these 2 months. That means 71 days of lockdown in Malaysia. That their operation cost is 1.9 billion ringgit. That the whole not operation cost, is the whole revenue of 1.9 billion, that for the first quarter, which is equivalent to 28% of down of this revenue which cost them 400 million ringgit of loss, 400 million of loss. So it's very significant and very obvious that the whole group are badly affected. Therefore, for the operation cost of 1.2 billion, they have to reduce to 300 million. So what a big gap. So basically, they have a zero customer and tourists to come to their venue. So no point for them to keep the normal 1.2 billion operation cost. So they have to reduce to 300 million. At the same time, they are talking about downsizing of the organization. And so they have issued the program of VSS, voluntary retrenchment, that so in order to reduce the operation cost. And at the same time, some of them, they have the reduction of salary for the high paid executive, and also some nominal reduction of the salary for the normal staff. And so even in Genting, Hong Kong, also people are talking about a highly paid executive with 50% of reduction of salary for the middle income executive, with 20% of reduction of the salary. And also Genting Group, or the Resort World Genting, they also have their the cruise business that are badly affected. But at least for this group, their crews are not infected with any COVID disease. Many cruises in the world that the passenger was infected infected by the COVID disease, but not to Resort World. This is one thing good. Only thing is their carrier, or their crews that have been helping Singapore government to have kind of a quarantine service for the COVID patient. So that is one of the CSR that they have done great. And so with that also, this whole thing about the latest Resort Genting in order to face with the COVID disease. So same as other tour-based company. So talking about these Genting groups that they have been in the business for 55 years, and this is considered as one of the miracle of this group. Of course, this is the second generation of the group as a successor from the Lim family. The founder was Lim Gotong, that is a very respected entrepreneurs, or the entertainment mogul of Malaysia. So Mr. Lim Gotong was a humble guy. He has passed away, and basically in Malaysia, many people knows about Genting, knows about this fantastic guy, because really the Genting has really give us a good memory of our life, that every family, they will have a wish and also have a vision that they must even step up to Genting. Genting is situated on a mountain just very near to Kuala Lumpur, capital city of Malaysia, that is very famous in the world, that they have the casino, they have the great hotels, they have the theme park, even now with the Walt Disney to come with the new concept. There will be about 4 roller coaster and 20 conceptual entertainment points within this theme park. And so every household would think that whether they are rich or they are just average income earner, or even from a low income earning family, that once in a lifetime they want to step up to Genting. So we are so proud of them, and has really bring us all the good memory. Just like myself, when I was in the primary school, back in 1970s, early 1970s. I still remember very clearly that my dad has brought the whole family up there. We have enjoyed the outdoor activities, even with at that time was considered fantastic with all the amusements activities like the train along the lakeside. Everything is still in our memory, and especially in Malaysia that we are in a tropical country that every day is so hot, in the daytime with 31 to 33 degrees Celsius. But the moment you step on to Genting Highland, uh, we have enjoyed the 17 degrees Celsius in average, or 18, sometimes can go as low as 11 or 12 or even 13 degrees Celsius. That's such a big temperature gap that really amused the Malaysian that haven't got a chance to wear any winter clothes, or any jumpers to go to the body. So that is a fantastic memory of the Malaysian that in lifetime we have to go for it. And talking about the whole background of Genting Group by Mr. Ling Gotong, as he has started this entrepreneurship on the hill on a Genting mountain at the age of 60 years old. 60 years old, 60, simply because Mr. Ling Gotong was a contractor as his core business. He has built roads, he has built buildings, and also water dam. So with that experience, that somehow or other he has an idea that there was undeveloped mountain very near to Kuala Lumpur. Without traffic jam, could be 45 minutes that you can drive from Kuala Lumpur to Genting at the peak to enjoy all the beautiful scenery or the tropical rainforest and the silence of this cool place. So with that, of course, he's a very sharp entrepreneur and a businessman that, without a good elements of uh, of building this mountain, that it will not be successful. Because in Malaysia we have Fraser Hills. Fraser Hill also developed by the then English colonial government, and so Genting become a new mountain to be developed. That's why Mr. Ling Gotong think that he needs a casino license, So at that time it's become impossible. Even this day it become quite impossible to gain any casino license or gambling license from the authority. So at that time was our then prime ministers, and also the father of Malaysia that was asking for independence from English government. That at that time, with a few rounds or many efforts that Mr. Ling Gotong has applied to the government, was led by Tunku Abdul Rahman, the then prime ministers. Finally, the casino or the gambling license was approved by Tunku Abdul Rahman. So from the memoir of the book by Mr. Ling Gotong in English and Mandarin that I have gone through, that become very interesting, because those days about Mr. Ling Gotong was just like a hearsay, piece and pieces of the story about him, but everything were recorded in the books. That based on that book, he has mentioned about the then Prime Minister Tunku Abdul Rahman, that even in the book, it's not what I said, it's from the book that Tunku Abdul Rahman enjoy whiskey, and also he doesn't mind about gambling. So with my observation and analysis or interpretation of such a character and attributes, that no wonder or therefore that Ling Gotong has his gambling license to be approved, the first casino license in Malaysia, and the only gambling license that approved for Genting Group. So with that, is as said, is a big element, is a good element, is a very dynamic tourist attraction, is as part of Genting Group development. So with that, with that license and with his experience as a contractor, then of course before he get the approval, he has explored the mountain by climbing up to this mountain and start to explore. So with the age of 60 years old, he started his empire. So a lot of people say that want to retire young, don't want to retire old, you want to have financial freedom, but in the books of Mr. Lim Gotong, no such thing. He is so determined and also so resilient. Even now with the covic challenge with the second generation, Tan Sri Lim, Lim Kok Tai is his successor that is become so resilient. They have to face all these challenges just like the father. So Mr. Lim Gotong at that time, that he has erected all these buildings at this very challenging mountain that you need a lot of pilings and a good foundation to work against the mountain, the slopiness. Also they need a water dam to supply the water, because in this mountain nobody will take care of you. You think that you want to develop from a virgin forest, a beautiful forest with birds and all this, that you have to build all your infrastructure, and you have to cut the mountain by building the roads. So these are the few infrastructure that even with the electricity, that you have to go as a combination to make it happen, right? So with that, finally back in 55 years ago, they have managed to build such a infra and start to attract the tourists from Malaysia, from Southeast Asia. Even today is a world-class entertainers, world-class theme park operators that is very famous. So since then it become prosperous. But at the same time, Mr. Lim always have the anxiety about the license, the gambling license in the country, that they have a sultan system that basically is our national religion is Islam, and Muslim here, that Muslim are not allowed to gamble or even for drinking. That's why in the casino here, the Muslim are not allowed to come in, only the non-Muslim are allowed to. That's good, we respect that. And also Mr. Lim know about this factor. That's why his target customer for the gambling entertainment is very much for the non-Muslim. Of course, the Muslims, they come and enjoy the beautiful scenery, other children entertainment that is a non-gambling element, that they still can come. That's why it's multicultural entertainment hubs for Malaysian. But at the same time, Mr. Lim Gotong also worry about the gambling license will not be extended, will not be renewed. And happened that Genting on this mountain is in the Banjaran Titi Wangsa, so it's on the what do you call this mountain, situated in 3 states, the state of Pahang, the state of Perak, and the state of Selangor. So that's why he come up idea to spark his thought that why not he build his hotel around this location of these 3 states, Pahang, Perak, and Selangor. Just happen that any states that they come out with a new policy, they can't extend the gambling license, at least they can hop over to another state. So there is a very smart move, so that you can keep the business to be resilient, sustainability, to keep going. That's why this is a thought of Mr. Lim Gotong. But at the same time that he want to become an international player, and also not only international player but international operator, beside in Malaysia, beside in these 3 states in Pahang, Perak, and Selangor, what else can they do? So with the new generation, Tan Sri Lim, the current CEO or the current stewardship of Genting Group, that he has come up with a proposal to the fathers, saying that why not the group venturing into this moving gambling organization. So which is for the yes. So this is a risk that they try to reduce. That's why they come up with the ideas that they want to extended their operation to overseas. So that's why since then they always instill a resilient and sustainability of the business empire so that it can keep going. That's why until today they have instilled such a mindset. So that's why when we've challenged with the covic challenges, that this is something that we can learn from Mr. Lim Gotong, that when we are in the comfort, we must always think of the danger and the challenges ahead. So that's why today I'm analyzing Genting groups or Resort World groups as one of the guidance for us to create our resilience and sustainability of our business venture. Okay, so up to now, if you like the video, please subscribe, like and share, and I will see you in the next video then. Okay, see you, bye.